Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Ask Away podcast. I'm your host, Sam.
And I'm Tina.
I know 5 is a small number, but it feels like a big one. I mean, after today, you have to use 2 hands to count the number of episodes.
It is a big number.
It is. It's a big one for us. We're halfway to 10. I'm excited about it. Okay, so this is actually the first episode where Tina does not know my question.
Don't know.
I didn't tell her. I've had this one pocketed for a while. I wanted to do like the holiday episodes first and get those out of the way while it was the season, but I've had this one waiting because I know Tina's gonna enjoy it.
I cannot wait because I don't have a clue.
I've hyped it up a lot.
I'm gonna do a drum roll.
I think the potential for chit chat is high on this one, but okay. Well, I have a little intro to introduce us and guide us into this question. We're
okay, finally, good to know.
All right, so for this episode, I have picked a question that my mom and I probably ask around 4,000 times every single summer. We're going to talk about the thing that ruins every summer night, crashes your peaceful camping trip, forces people to spend hundreds of dollars trying to escape them. The thing that every time, without fail, finds a way to ruin your good time. Today, we are talking about the winged demons that no region is safe from besides Antarctica. We're talking about mosquitoes.
Stinking mosquitoes. Gosh dang. It's January in Austin, Texas, and they are biting me still because it's been warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to know their purpose. Oh my gosh. That's my question. One of my questions to God when I meet him. Like, why? Why? What is their purpose?
Well, not to play God, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an answer today.
Okay, I can't wait. Because, I mean, raise your hands if you hate mosquitoes. I know everybody's raising
our hands.
There's nothing to like.
There's truly nothing to like.
We don't need them.
No.
I know bats eat them. There's other things to eat. They're not necessary. Anyway, carry on.
I'm like shaking the camera when I laugh. I knew this would be a good one. Okay. All right, and I feel like, even with my answer, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
I might not even get to my question. This might take the whole time, and that's fine. But go on.
See, was it worth the wait? Was it worth the me?
Yes. I actually, when I was like, which one do I want to do that? I thought about that because I'm like, oh my gosh, mosquitoes. And they're literally biting me in January.
Yeah.
In Austin. It's like, what?
Yep. Yeah. It's rough. Yeah. Literally the only place that is not affected by them is Antarctica. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Well, I don't really want to live there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I wrote a second little bit of the intro of where I'm playing devil's advocate here, but it has me feeling like, and I wrote this in parentheses, I feel like Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch, if you guys remember who that is. He's one of the little alien guys, but he's the expert on Earth because in their alien world, Earth is some minuscule little random planet. It's not important to them, but they use Earth as grounds for researching mosquitoes. To them, they're
so
mosquitoes
funny.
Are the dominant species on this planet. Humans are the things that are their food source. Humans are
that's the
truth
prey
of the mosquitoes. And so he's we have to be very delicate with the humans because if we hurt the human population, it's going to affect the mosquito population. He's the expert on this planet. Funny. And it's just mosquitoes, but then he gets devoured, and it's so yeah. I think anytime I'm having to.
Now I want to go watch Lilo and Stitch.
It's so good.
I know.
Yeah, but okay, this is my little kind of devil's advocate, whatever. Okay, so mosquitoes buzz, bite, and do a damn good job at spreading diseases such as malaria. It can be hard to look past our deep-seated hatred of mosquitoes and be open to the possibilities that they have a positive contribution to the world's ecosystems. But today, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to see the good. And I'm not going to lie, there's not a whole lot.
I just had a visual of, this is how much I hate mosquitoes. I know I'm interrupting you 2 seconds.
That's fine. But I knew this would happen.
I remember, no, this is going to be the whole time. There was, what was that disease that was happening to, pregnant women if they got stung by a mosquito and it affected the birth of their God. Oh no, I need to look it up now. But the baby's head would be not formed as well. I mean,
Oh my
it'd be this
God.
horrible. It was this horrible. What was that called? I know people. Come
I
on,
don't
chime in.
know.
But
Yeah, talk
it was
through your
like
phone
when I was in
test.
my I'm gonna have children days, and I was like, oh my gosh. And there was this one pregnant woman in our neighborhood who literally had a whole like suit on that she wore like for
Holy
netting
crap.
so that mosquitoes would not get her while she was pregnant. She literally walked around this neighborhood with that thing on because she had to
Whoa.
walk and exercise for
Right.
the hell of her baby. But I was like, that's crazy. And there's a whole
Holy
lot of
crap.
childbirths that were it was not a good thing. I gotta look that up
That
now.
is insane.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what it was
so
called.
they have a whole lot of cons to their existence.
That was recent, you know, like
that's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I obviously don't remember that because I wasn't alive.
Right, you were just a little.
wanting to have. I was an idea.
I felt like I maybe already had babies, so I wasn't having to suit up or anything. But y'all were already born, but this was all happening, and here this woman in our neighborhood having to wear this net suit thing, like almost like a beekeeper, but for mosquitoes.
Yeah.
To walk around without the fear of her. But I would have to sleep in that thing. You know, they're in the house.
Right. They get in the house.
Yeah.
Easy.
Anyway, carry on.
And like shifting,
it just
trying
was
to find the best lighting.
Gosh. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Lots of reasons we would love for them to just, die.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. All right. Now we just got to talk about kind of the facts of mosquitoes. So first of all, the only mosquitoes that actually bite anyone but humans is what we care about. The only ones that bite like mammals for blood are females, and it's only when they're like gonna lay eggs because they need the protein for the energy to lay the eggs. So males never do it. It's only females, and only when they're gonna lay eggs. So, which I was crazy. I'm like, can y'all like keep it in your pants then? Because chill. Like, y'all don't need to be reproducing this much. You don't need, like, the buffet is closed. Please go away. So, first of all. But besides that, so, like, then it's what do they eat when they're not biting
feasting on us?
Blood. Yeah, literally. So basically, besides that, they're pollinators. Like bees, butterflies, like, which I do not classify them in the same category at all. Like, all for save the bees, love butterflies, the regular pollinators. Mosquitoes, I think the bees got it covered, you guys.
I never thought of it.
And like, bees sting, but not in a stupid, rude way as mosquitoes.
Yeah, not that.
Like, if a bee is stinging you, you did something wrong to get to this place, in my personal opinion. With mosquitoes, which at the end of my fun facts, we're going to talk about kind of how mosquitoes pick their prey, which is a little fascinating. But anyways.
I need to know this.
Yeah, dude.
What am I doing wrong?
I didn't, like, that's one of the things I didn't super deep dive into because I think it would have gotten a little cray. Like, some of the stuff, I was like, how do you even research this shit? Like, what? Or who presented it to, like, the scientific board of, like, hey, guys, this is my research project that you should totally give me money for to study mosquitoes with this random thing. We'll get there.
Interesting.
But so mosquitoes are pollinators. So, okay, of course, that would be a good thing that they do is pollinate the flowers.
I'm like, hesitantly, sure.
I know. Girl, even after this, I'm still like,
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care.
No.
So they're insects.
It's like the short answer, do we really need them? Not quite. But we'll get to the technicalities of it.
Okay.
So, okay, they're pollinators. So, yeah, their main two purposes, if, like, my question that I'm specifically researching is, do mosquitoes have a purpose? Technically, their purpose is that they are pollinators, so they help us have food, crops, whatever, and that they are a food source for many things, like birds, bats, fish, frogs, lizards, etc. So, okay, cool. I like birds, bats, fish, frogs, lizards. Cool.
Sure.
But they also eat other things. Like,
point.
So, my next point under that, like, purpose, pollinators, food source. However, there are almost no creatures or plants that solely rely on mosquitoes. Like, any of the things that they pollinate or the species that eat mosquitoes, all of them have other food sources that, like, they eat more than mosquitoes. So it's like they're not fully relying on mosquitoes to live. You know what I mean?
If all the mosquitoes drop from the sky, they wouldn't die out because of that. Like, oh no, I don't have a mosquito to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, which this was actually, which also, funnily enough, most of the articles I read for like my research were websites that are like, you know, like the companies to spray your yard for mosquitoes. It was all of those. Like, it's literally all the companies of, here's how to get rid of the mosquitoes, or give us your money and you won't have mosquitoes, which in my intro I said people spend hundreds of dollars to try and not have mosquitoes. Like, we have all the little contraptions, like the little thing you put the incense in and it like supposed to be like, you know, certain diameter. People have like the bracelets they wear, different
citronella candles.
Yeah, like the little things you hang up.
Zappers, little zappers.
Yeah,
I know.
Like,
I want them
everything.
all.
There's so like it's. I mean, it's a huge industry. Like,
oh yeah,
mosquito repellents, mosquito deterrents. It's a multi-million-dollar industry.
We have probably 3 different ways.
Yeah,
like the little canisters that you put the.
We have little canisters.
Things,
we have the big like incense sticks.
Big sticks.
I mean, bug spray, and then we have the mosquito zappers.
Yeah.
I mean, people get like those mesh screens to like the magnets for their doors, so like when they go in and out.
Our neighbors have that. Yep.
Yeah, it's like so many things. So, but like what you were saying, it's like if all the mosquitoes were to drop dead, this one I like how it was kind of like if all of the mosquitoes were to go extinct in a kind of Thanos snap kind of way, like you just snap your fingers, all the mosquitoes are dead. There would be stress on the ecosystem and like other populations because it would be so quick. That those like main predators, like they would have to supplement their diets with other things. So then it would kind of, you know, be a trickle effect of all the mosquitoes are dead. So then it's like maybe that was like 25% of like this. I'm just gonna say bat. That's not accurate, but like say a bat's diet is 25% mosquitoes. Then it's like okay, they would have to go, you know, eat 25% more of something else, and then that would affect that thing's population and whatever. So it would have an effect. I do think it would be like a small period of stress on the ecosystem, and then things would kind of like recalibrate and like equilibrium would be
interesting. That's an interesting thought.
Like that's the most, because there's nothing that is their main food source. So they would be like, oh, I like my number one food source is gone, has been taken. Like that wouldn't be happening. It would just be, oh, this other thing, like my you know, my typical snack is no longer available. I got to go find a new snack.
Yeah.
It would be like that kind of vibe.
Yeah, because what about the dead of winter when mosquitoes aren't supposed to be flying around?
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, what are they eating? Of course, maybe they're not out and about either. Maybe hibernating.
But so this basically saying is like in the Thanos snap way, it would be a little bit of a stress, but eventually, like, you know, I would say maybe like a month or so, like equilibrium would be restored where everything would kind of balance back out and be like, okay, different things would meet those needs and recalibrate in their own populations, whatever. But so if it were to happen gradually, where if there was some way where they would gradually go extinct, the ecosystems would be fine.
They could adapt.
They would adapt quickly and not, like, it wouldn't be a hard thing to do.
Let's do it.
For real. No,
how do we do this?
However, there is likely no way humans could intentionally eradicate them because mosquitoes are extremely adaptable. Like, there's over 3,500 different species, which is mostly due to
wild.
Okay, humans are trying this new thing that kills mosquitoes, and then the mosquitoes are like, oh, we don't like that. Adapt. Because also, like, their lifespan is so quick, and they're having babies constantly that they can, like, the gene turnover is so quick that they can adapt in, like, a week. There's been 3 new generations.
And there's so many pools of water where eggs are, you know, all that standing water where everybody's like, don't have standing water in your yard. Well, that could be a minuscule little amount of nothing. There's hundreds of eggs in there, and then there's the mosquitoes. You know, and then they go out and do the same.
Yeah.
There's no way to eradicate them.
It's insane. Because I read, like, I forget what class it was for, but it was just, like, some random article I read. But it was actually really interesting, where there are attempts to, like, edit mosquito genes to kind of cater to humans more. I think it's mainly if there's, like, certain species that are known to be carrying like deadly diseases
Yeah.
and like killing people. Like obviously that's issue number one, not I'm annoyed in my backyard. Like
Yeah.
the ones that are actually causing like life or death situations.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, let's figure this out. And so I know there's like a way where they're editing genes, and then because the population's like they're reproducing so fast that, in a month or so, you have brand new populations where like this gene no longer exists. And so they'll basically edit the genes and then send out those mosquitoes, and then very quickly now all the mosquitoes have that gene. And I don't know how exactly.
Well, that's
I'm not a
interesting.
scientist.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's like they can kind of edit out those bad ones where they're like, you're killing humans. Now you're not.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's like, I think if it was something that is like, I don't know, it's good for the mosquitoes, they would just adapt backwards and be like, no, we want that. We want that gene that you edited out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was like helpful or positive for the mosquitoes, they would just be like, actually, that's not your call. We're going to go back to the way it was.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. But that's interesting take on it.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah. I'm still all for killing mosquitoes, but
no, yeah.
Especially ones that cause disease, like the one I talked to you about, which I need to look that up.
Yeah,
now.
that one's crazy.
I look that up.
Yeah, I didn't look into like all the.
Look it up real quick.
I was trying to play devil's advocate, so I wasn't going into all of the awful things about mosquitoes, but
weird.
There's no shortage.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up as you talk.
Yeah, but basically, this is my last little bit before I get into just like some fun facts, but basically you have to put our human ego aside to even a little bit appreciate, I'm doing air quotes, appreciate what the mosquitoes do, because their positive impact has next to no effect on us. Like,
tell me what their positive effects, because I want to know.
The positive effects are literally just like they help pollinate some plants and they're a food source to some animals, but none of those things directly impact us. Like, they're not the main pollinators for any type of food humans eat or rely on.
Yeah.
Like, none of our everyday crops are to, like, we don't thank mosquitoes for that. It's like we rely on the bees.
Then be gone.
Yeah. So, but that's where I'm like, the only way to play devil's advocate is literally just being like, human ego aside, which I'm sorry, with mosquitoes, my human ego is overpowering. Because it's just, because even if it's not like, oh, well, fuck the frogs. Like, I don't care about them. It's like, the frogs would be fine.
There's other bugs.
Every other animal, every other crop would be fine.
Yeah, from all the other insects. All right, I found that virus. Let me tell you about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mosquito-borne Zika virus. I knew it was something.
Okay.
Zika, remember that?
Yeah.
Is the primary disease known to cause severe birth defects, most notably where a baby's head is much smaller than expected, along with other issues like eye defects, limb deformities, and hearing loss from a mosquito-borne virus. Like,
that is crazy.
The Zika virus. Yeah.
Zika,
it was a huge
about
thing. And it was like scary as crap too, especially if you're like having babies. Yeah. It was like, what? That
like,
woman, she was scared enough. She suited up. I was like, because
Dad like and I 9 months of inconvenience putting on your suit for a lifetime worth it. Like, okay, my child will have this issue.
Who knows what they probably had all kinds of contraptions in their house to like those lights that attract things, so they just zap them. My gosh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
suited up
100%.
I probably would have lived in a
that's
mesh
like when
tent.
People have the like conversation of like the I've seen people who are like they want to have kids, and so they like decided like leading up to it they're gonna get like really fit and like really like get their body the healthiest and best it can be, like the guy and the girl, because even it's like there's so many studies on like how like it's like obviously a lot of it's the girl, it's in the girl's body and the girl's doing most of it, but it's like the male's health, like, and then his sperm, like that the sperm has so much effect on the pregnancy. Like a lot of it, like morning sickness is traced back to the man, because it's like his DNA is like now in you, and you're like growing someone else's donated DNA, like so that's happening. But it's like a lot of like the negative parts of the pregnancy get traced back to the male. So if the man is in like good health and is like really like fit, eating right, taking care of himself, like you're gonna have an easy pregnancy. And like there's a lot of, obviously I haven't done all the research, but
sure.
There's a lot of those things. So I'm like, that is like the same kind of mentality of like, no, we're gonna, during this pregnancy, like we're gonna do our best.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people say, oh, I would die for you, but like, would you put on a mosquito suit every
Right.
single day?
You always say that, like, but will you be healthy for me?
Right.
And I'm like, yes.
It's like,
yes,
but would you work hard and inconvenience yourself and make yourself uncomfortable for me? Would you do that? Like, dying, depending on the way, is kind of easy.
That's the easy way.
That's the easy
Yeah,
way out. Like,
I would die for you.
So you'd go to sleep forever for me? Okay, cool. Would you like stay here and fight every single day? Yeah, like, but yeah. Anyways, I'll hop off my soapbox. Okay, I'll do some fun facts real quick, and then we can move on to yours.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we have they are present everywhere on planet Earth except for Antarctica and before 2025 Iceland.
Iceland.
Hey, we have experienced a mosquito-free land because now they have mosquitoes.
Oh, why?
As of 2025,
how did that
they
happen?
have found their. I'm sure travelers, like people somehow brought eggs or whatever,
or one just hopped on board. I don't know.
Yeah, or like just shipments, like that type of stuff.
Shipments.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it, Iceland.
But we went before 2025, so we experienced a mosquito-free land.
It's beautiful, people. Go to Iceland.
Go to Iceland. Can't recommend it enough.
When do we go? July, August?
August, yeah.
Beautiful.
A couple weeks. Oh, it was insane.
Do the whole ring road.
Now, if you want to go to Antarctica, do the ring road, Golden Circle, and Diamond Circle. Not a lot of people know about the Diamond Circle.
Truth.
I found it. I will take all the credit for Iceland. Thank you very much.
Giving that credit to you. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, we love Iceland.
Oh my god.
Hopefully soon we'll go to Antarctica and we'll report back on how that goes. Okay.
Our neighbors went to Antarctica.
This one was interesting and is like crazy, the impact mosquitoes can have. It's kind of like butterfly effect, like a butterfly flaps its wings and then it causes some crazy chain effect. But so mosquitoes are present in the tundra, like the Arctic tundra. So that's already crazy enough in my mind. But they can annoy.
That's wild.
They will annoy herds of caribou, like gigantic, massive mammals. Like I'm thinking, I don't know the size comparison between a moose, but I think they're similar. Like a massive population of caribou. The mosquitoes will annoy them so much that they change their migration course to avoid the swarms of mosquitoes, which then this ends up affecting the ecosystems. So it says they'll walk into the wind and stay away from like stagnant air. So like at the bottom of valleys where there's not as much like wind flow. Like not even stagnant water, stagnant air. Because if they're walking into the wind, the mosquitoes are going to have some trouble keeping up with them. Or sticking to them or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it did say this, well, I guess we'll call this a positive, whatever. It can help preserve some plant life surrounding water where the mosquito larvae are typically found. So like, if the caribou are avoiding the mosquitoes, then whatever area the mosquitoes are hanging around, that plant life isn't being trampled or eaten or whatever, which it's the tundra. I think there's plenty to go around.
We're both like,
I don't think it's that deep, but I think it's crazy that because honestly, same. I would reroute an entire road trip if it was to avoid mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy that in the Arctic tundra, they are rerouting caribou herds as they migrate. That's crazy. That's like some crazy impact.
They're pretty smart to go, you know what? Let's stand over here.
They're like,
let's go this way.
Fuck all the way off. Insane. Okay, so mosquitoes are also known to exist for English. They existed 400 million years ago, so since the Triassic period, which I guess, I don't know all the periods, but...
Me neither. Now I need a chart.
That's definitely dinosaurs, because I'm like, okay, so Jurassic Park is legit, is all I heard from that. I'm like, yeah, okay, so the mosquitoes were around for the dinosaurs, and so they
of course they were, just like cockroaches. Oh my God. Ugh. Worst bug ever.
Yeah.
Besides
I'd
mosquitoes.
rather talk about mosquitoes for a half hour than cockroaches.
Me too.
Happily.
Ugh, gives me this.
Yep, we're gonna change the topic. That's disgusting. Ew.
I see one and I call pest control. I'm not even kidding.
This is where we're getting to kind of how they pick their prey. Okay.
Oh, I need to know this.
This is definitely on one of those websites where they're like, we spray for mosquitoes or whatever. So they're like telling you what they go for. Okay, so mosquitoes find their host by sight. They observe movement. So by detecting infrared radiation emitted by warm bodies and by chemical signals, mosquitoes are attracted to carbon dioxide and lactic acid, among other chemicals, at distances of 25 to 35 meters. So
interesting.
They see you. They see the infrared movements. I guess that's think like an infrared camera.
Right.
And so when they see the red moving, then they're like, okay. So it's almost like a dinosaur, stay still. So literally if you're moving, they're going to see you more. Which just when we're in the backyard wiggling our legs so they don't come get us. And
so now I'm going to sit outside like this.
Yeah, literally.
Nobody's there. Literally. Like a statue.
And then these, chemicals that your body, emits
that's what I need to know.
Them. Yeah.
They love me.
So then it says bigger people, just larger people, are often more attractive to mosquitoes because they are larger targets and they produce more mosquito attractants like carbon dioxide and lactic acid.
Well, that makes sense.
Crazy.
That's weird, though. I don't know why they like me. Besides, I'm
okay, right?
Why?
That one I can't think of an example where I've seen that in reality, where it's someone a friend who's taller than me is getting more
yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No.
Okay, so then it says active or fidgety people also produce more CO2 and lactic acid.
Oh, that's where it is. Active or fidgety. That's me.
What? This is how are you supposed to control the chemicals your body is emitting? What? Okay, and then
shoot.
Only a few more left, but these are weird. So dark clothing has been shown to attract some species of mosquitoes more than lighter colored clothing. Okay, which these are I'm so who went up to the research board and was like, hey, y'all should give me money to study what color mosquitoes are attracted to?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But it says movement increased mosquito biting up to 50% in some research tests. So we're in the backyard moving around. We're run in place so they can't catch ya. And that's making yourself an easier target.
I think the ones in Austin are mutants or something because we could be sitting out in the front yard in our chair just having a cocktail. Yeah. Barely moving and my legs are still. I'm not trying to drink and they're on me. And I'm the hell?
I mean, I don't think it's a hard and fast rule.
I know.
If they see you, they see you. But
yeah, I always think, because I'm out there washing the car or cleaning out the garage or whatever. And then I'm getting kind of hot and sweaty. And I'm thinking, oh, they smell that or they sense that or something, attracted to those things. And
yeah,
and then the ones that you don't see, the no-see-ums, whatever they're.
No-see-ums.
Because I'm I know there was a bug on my leg. I felt something. And then I look down, there's nothing. I'm
right.
Where'd that little... Where'd he go?
For real. Or I feel you just feel the bite afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's it bites you and then a few seconds later, it's a delay of then when you feel and you're that itchiness.
Something, Yeah. I love our swatters, those electric swatters.
Oh my God, they're
our
so
battery.
Fun.
Oh my gosh.
The little, it looks like a tennis racket, but it's a bug zapper. We'll walk into the backyard and just hunt them. I want to hear that zap.
I'll move foliage so that they start flying. I'm burn, baby, burn. Yeah.
Baby, burn.
Love to catch one and watch it just bake on that thing. It's the best.
No, literally. I get a little sadistic.
You just smell them. It's
Oh, yeah.
How's that feel?
Smell them toasting.
I know. I'm a kind person normally, but no.
Glory.
I will murder those things.
It is glorious.
And enjoy every minute of it.
All right, this is my very last one because it's weird. I did not ask questions on this one, so I couldn't tell you why this is the case. I just thought it was really random and crazy. And then we'll move on.
Okay.
But, so in one study, a full moon increased mosquito activity by 500%. Full moon. So don't go outside during the full moon.
Stay inside. Of course, and that's when you want to step outside and go, oh my God, look at the moon.
You want to, like, you know,
it's
get
beautiful.
the full moon energy.
Oh,
and,
let
like,
me just sit in the chair and look at
Yep.
and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
not good.
That one was a little I was like, what? But did I ask questions? No.
Oh
I just
my
wrote
gosh.
it down and told you guys.
Well, I do understand that certain plants kind of repel them, like citronella plants, and there's different plants that they don't like to be around. So I'm like, maybe I'll surround my home with these plants.
Right.
But, you know, how many plants can you put up in one yard? Anyway, but fans, I'm always like, let me turn on the fans.
Yeah, those fans are good because the caribou walk into the wind.
Yeah. Like if our dog is on the back porch for whatever reason, I like turn on the fan because he's black and they seem to be attracted to that. The dark colors.
It's that dark clothing.
That's right. I'm like, the dark colors.
It's the dark colors.
Because he's black.
They're attacking our dog.
And they're like hovering around him. So I'm like, turn on the fans. Then I go get my rack and I'm like, and like murder them. Like, stay off my dog. Thankfully, he has shots so he doesn't get diseases from them. Right. But whatever.
Yeah.
I hate them. I know we're not supposed to hate, but
you're allowed to hate like a select few things.
I do.
That are worth it.
I
think hate is a natural human feeling, and as long as you're channeling it somewhere productive, I think it's fine. Like mosquitoes, sure.
I don't think anybody's gonna,
right,
call me out for that one because no. Who likes mosquitoes?
That's like when Brody, my brother, used to tell me when I was little I hated getting shots, and he'd be like, I like getting shots. And I was like, you stupid bitch. No, you do not.
He was trying to make you less.
No, he was trying to piss me off, and it worked.
Don't make me. I'm taking a sip.
No, if I'm hyperventilating, having a anxiety attack over getting like a shot,
gosh.
and he's just like, I like getting them. It's like not even like. Feels good. I was like, you stupid hoe. Get out of my face.
You were so terrified. Oh my gosh.
I was traumatized.
It was the worst. But you got better. Now you're a big girl. And you take it.
Piercings and tattoos helped me with my needle fear.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Should have got you tattooed at a young age.
I'll go get stabbed through the ear, easy peasy.
You would have been like, ah.
Oh,
the tattoo would have been a.
Oh God, I know.
But I don't like. It's so funny because
I sat well during my first tattoo, which was on the ribs.
Yeah.
So
we got our favorite Bible verse tattoo.
Yeah, in my mother's handwriting because we're cool kids.
I know. I was like, sure, if it's a Bible verse, I'll help you out here. It's like, let's do that.
I know, people are like, was your mom okay with it? What'd she say? I'm like, well, she wrote it 80 million times. So
to make sure it was perfect. Yeah.
I think she was all right with it.
Oh my gosh.
She wouldn't be okay with it if the T was too close to the H. But besides that, we're good.
Yeah, I rewrote that thing so many times. And then I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Okay. It'd be like almost at the end, I'm like, oh, that why.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And that is why I got it tattooed. If you didn't come at me with that energy, it wouldn't have happened.
It was like the best. You know, like when your teacher says, do your best work. I did my very best work.
Yes.
I was like, okay, let's make this look good.
Oh my gosh.
Anywho,
all right. What's your question, Tina?
Okay, it's
what are you going to tell us about?
It has nothing to do with mosquitoes or insects or disease. Because usually we kind of. I feel like we've just kind of accidentally been. I know it's kind of, but this time I had no clue what you were going to talk about. Yeah. But I thought about doing mosquitoes. Like, we have that list of questions, and I'm like, that's
what I was like. You have to tell me yours so I can make sure you don't pick mine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But mine has to do with, like, do we ever wonder why we do the things we do every day, or why things are the way they are? And I was like, because I do that, and. I can't think of any examples besides the one I have, but like mine was, why do traffic lights have the 3 colors that they do. Like, why?
Right. Yeah.
Who
Who
chose
picked those
those?
colors?
Why those colors? We have
Right.
like a rainbow of colors and more. And it's like, why? Where do those come from?
true.
And I know everybody's going, well, it came from the bowl. Because they know. But not everybody does. Not everybody does. And I kind of thought I should know this by now. But, you know,
Interesting. Yeah.
sometimes you just go through life and you just do the things you do and you know the things you know. But
there's not enough time to question everything.
I know, right?
But that's what we're here for.
That's why we're here.
We're here to question all the things.
Random information that you
let you know the things you didn't know you wanted to know.
So if somebody ever goes, you know, hey, I wonder why the traffic lights are red, yellow, and green.
Why does red mean stop? Why does green mean go?
Right. Okay, so here's what I found out. So the traffic light colors were first, like the whole color scheme originated with the British railroad system back in the 1840s. Like this all began with railroad systems.
Okay, that makes sense.
Kind of makes sense, right? Because, you know.
Wait, this is going to be a stupid question. Did trains came way before cars, right?
Yeah. I know, I'm like, I totally thought that. I was thinking, yeah, because when was the, look that up. Well, I looked up Zika virus. You look up.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so traffic light colors red, yellow, and green. But, so the railroad systems is where they originated, you know, and red, I was like, why red? Well, red indicated danger. It's like, red is kind of that color where it's like you stop, and it's just a natural, for some reason, natural color that you think caution or wait, something's not right. It's not as inviting or whatever. Red also has the longest, like this long wavelength. It's a long wavelength color.
Okay.
So it's more visible from a distance. So like, if you need to stop, you see it from a distance. You're not like right out on it and like, oh shoot, I need to stop, So that makes sense. So it's highly visible over long distances. And it's always been associated with like danger, blood, fire.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it kind of makes you go, oh, it kind of makes you stop in your tracks a little bit.
Color that's associated with danger,
so that makes sense.
Anger.
Yeah. Green. Here's an interesting one with the railroad system. Green indicated caution, not go.
Oh.
So before we know our traffic lights the way we know them now, green was an indicator of caution, like our yellow or amber today.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Was it used as yellow?
It was, it was like what our yellow is today. So
did they still have red, yellow, green?
They had no. Hold on. They didn't at first. So they had red.
Okay.
Then they had green for caution, but then they had white indicating all clear, which was our go.
Okay.
Okay, so listen up.
Okay.
This is kind of interesting because I'm like, oh. Because we are so ingrained with, no, it's red, yellow, green.
You played red light, green light growing up.
Yeah, but, we're talking 1840s here. So white indicating all clear. So this is what I learned. So the white indicating all clear, like go, caused some confusion and accidents because in these, in this light system, there's a picture like a box with the colored glass, like red, green, white. And there's a light underneath it. And so, it would illuminate. So the red would illuminate and you'd see red. Right. Well, if that glass broke, like if any of those glass things broke, you just see white. So, like true. A train conductor would, there was, if like the red was broken, like the glass got broken for some reason, they'd see white and they'd think, oh, go. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's quite a problem.
That's a problem. So, so that light being emitted was like, sometimes conductors mistook the white light also for like street lights or headlights or stars or the moon. Like, all the white lights that we have around. Yeah. Even today, it's like, okay.
That makes sense. Because like when you were explaining like red is good because it's far away, I was like, because also like, there's not many things in nature or just like that are in like our natural environment,
right? That emit a red
that would
light.
be a big bright red,
yeah.
Like, Because I was like, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, green maybe because it's like a tree, like, you know, you can see the color green, but like red, when it's like that's the important one, like green, you can be like, oh, I'm not sure, get closer, go, okay, yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But red, you need to know when you need to stop.
And so
but
that was
white.
Yeah, so
like
that was
stars.
a huge problem. Like, you know, if the conductor thought, oh, that's a white light up ahead, and it's really somebody's porch light or something, or a star even, because you know you're at a distance in the middle of the dark.
Right, there wasn't as much light pollution. Right, so
I know that's why I had to think about that. Going, well, you would kind of see it, stars, but no, like there's not all these street lights and buildings around. You're out.
Yeah, they saw stars.
You're out in the boonies on a train and going.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in the boonies, that's probably not a whole lot of traffic either. But
true.
But really thinking about small towns,
right?
If somebody's crossing the train, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it became a problem, and by the 1890s, so that was like it was a few years before it took a hold. Most roads had switched the white for yellow or amber. It's really amber.
Okay.
I learned that too. It's not yellow; it's amber. Anyway.
Okay.
We still say yellow. And so they made the green the signal for all clear. So that's when it was like, this isn't really working out. This color white. We need
trial and error.
So yeah. So this system, that same system that the railroad system adopted, the whole red, green, and yellow, but they ended up switching the white for green because of that. Anyway, we adopted that for the traffic. For our traffic and our road system, which makes sense. Like, why reinvent some other?
Right. Know. Which I did look it up, and it seems like trains were kind of invented early 1800s, and then cars were like
that
late 1800s. So they were in the same century, but also like cars being invented and cars being like widely used is a different year.
And yeah, it makes sense. I should have known that because I mean, clearly. The train system traffic light system was in effect before cars. Right. We adopted that for our road system.
That makes sense.
Anyway. All right. So I got some little bit of history.
Okay.
And it's a pretty basic stuff, but I kind of got a little like, why is wrong with these people who invented some of these things? Because I'll tell you in a minute. I know you hate when I do that. A little bit of history of the traffic light adopted from the railroad system. All right, so the earliest traffic signal that was red and green lights, not any third color, mind you, was installed in London in 1868. So there's only red and green lights in our traffic system. So why we didn't adopt like all three is anyway. So our traffic light system in London, 1868, was red and green. And the inventor, railroad engineer J.P. Knight, used semaphore arms. I had to look that one up. It's just a word I didn't know. Semaphore arms during the day and gas lamps to illuminate the color signals at night. Unfortunately, though, there was a gas accident because of to illuminate, and it kind of that didn't last very long.
Okay.
So there was a gas accident soon after installation sidelined the traffic light in London until well into the 20th century. But semaphore arms were the arms for the train system that, so here's a pole, and then there's like this kind of like stationary, I hate to say flag because it's not a flapping in the wind kind of flag, but what do you want to call it? What should we call it? Like a little indicator, like just a board, if you will. But there's also lights on the system, so the arm would go down for stop, like it is red, but then the light would kind of, it's so hard to explain. I just need to show pictures, but I know everybody's listening. So there's a pole with this system where there's a board kind of sticking out. I know.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to have a hard time. Okay.
You got this.
Yeah, I know. So it's like this pivoting mechanical indicator or human arm position. So like if you're sticking your arm out, if you're riding a bicycle and it's trying to say, I'm turning right or left.
Right.
It's like, so that arm would stick out. And depending on the position.
Like how like buses have like that little stop thing that folds out.
So it would fold out. But on the train system, it would also kind of go down at an angle.
Okay.
So if it went down at an angle, like pointing towards the ground, it would be like the all clear. And moving that arm would also move the placement of the like the green and red
Okay.
glass thingamajiggies.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them.
Right.
And so now that it moved down, it would illuminate the green, saying all clear. But when the arm went back up, it would move that light up to red. Anyway, it was like back in the day.
So the arm like corresponded with which light is going to be lit.
Yeah.
So it's like
so it'd be like
kind of an arm signal with a light accompanying it.
Yes. So the stop would be like kind of straight across, pointing across the horizon. And then it would kind of angle down for all clear. So like during the day, you couldn't really see the lights as well. You would see the arm position.
That makes sense.
And at night, you would see the lights.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I knew I was going to struggle with that. Because I swear, I'm like, I can't describe this.
I know, sometimes it's hard where it's like, if you're
so
watching,
simple.
Great. But if you're listening, you're like, how do I explain this?
Yeah, like, how do I explain this? But anyway, it was like, there was actually, not in too long ago, there was that very last semaphore arm train system thing in New Mexico. It was not too long ago. It was still instead. They've recently replaced it, like, because we're up to date now. Anyway, it's interesting. So I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget somebody. So that was like the first traffic light, 1868 London. Didn't really go well because it had gas in it and it didn't.
Yeah.
Let's
not do that.
Yeah. In the United States, the credit for developing the first electric traffic light generally goes to Lester Wire. I thought his name was cute. A policeman from Salt Lake City. Wire's 1912 invention literally looked like a birdhouse on a pole, and used red and green electric lights switched by a policeman. So there'd be a policeman who had control of the red. He'd be like, okay, red, stop, Right. And but here's what's not good. Wire did not patent his invention.
Oh, nah.
I know. So in 1914...
Rookie mistake.
I know. 2 years later, 1914, the first two-light automatic electric traffic signal was installed in Cleveland, designed and patented by James Hogue. I question the whole designed part because, listen, it says his invention also looked like a birdhouse. I'm sorry, did you invent that?
Right.
But, it's up for grabs, I guess. So this James Hogue from Cleveland patented his design birdhouse looking thing with red and green lights on posts, but at each corner of the intersection. So each corner had this little birdhouse box on a pole with red and green lights. And it was controlled by a policeman. Here's what's interesting, because mind you, there's no yellow.
Right.
That's telling people, hey, the light's about to change.
About to. Yeah.
Right. And so, the one that he invented, which I guess makes it different from the other guy, his had a buzzer to warn of changes.
Okay.
So it's like, it's red, and then you hear this, I don't know.
Right.
And then green, whatever. Or like this green,
warning
and then, So drivers are unpredictable. We all know that because, oh my God, especially right now. Whole nother podcast.
I know.
So the traffic lights with only red and green have no room for error. So in response to that, a Detroit police officer, William Potts, developed the first 3-color traffic light. Very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adding the now familiar amber or yellow, whichever one you call it, to tell drivers the light was about to change, which was super smart.
Yeah.
Because, oh my gosh. Potts, like Wire before him, did not get a patent.
Dang,
Makes me crazy. So in 1923, another inventor, Garrett Morgan, patented the fully automatic 3-color traffic light we know today.
Of course.
People, patent your ideas.
For real.
I have an idea for an invention.
Yeah.
I'll go, people are like, oh, what is it? I go, I can't tell you. I'm not
sure.
The only one that knows is Dad. And he's going to help me. Yeah, because I'm not saying it.
You have to tell me.
I'm not telling you. Like, I might. Oh. I'll tell you when.
I invite you to start a podcast with me.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you right now. not.
Gosh.
Anyway, and it's very simple and handy. It's something I need. Anyway, so we'll see if it goes. But I'm gonna patent that idea before I
do it.
And there's kind of a little like something similar, but not quite the way I envisioned it. Because I had this idea for it, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but not quite as far as I'm taking.
I have something I need a pen too, so.
Well, good. Okay. All right. So now we have this person who finally was like, oh, we need 3 colors. And they're the red, amber, and green. You can say yellow. Okay. So we'll say
like
red,
amber.
yellow.
I feel like amber works.
It's amber.
And it is. It is amber.
It's not yellow. But
like if you ever see one up close, it's like, yeah, it's amber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's really amber. All right. So why not other colors like blue or purple?
Right.
That's what I asked when I was researching. I'm like, well, why can't one be blue? Because
I would have thought like I would think if you're picking 3 colors, doing the primary colors would make sense. Like red, yellow, blue.
Right.
Because it's the primary colors. Like, yeah. But I mean, green makes sense because that's all I know. But
green was also like is a more calming color.
Yeah. Like, but I feel like blue is calming. It's like
chill.
A chill color.
Yeah. Okay, so here's why it's not blue.
But I guess blue would look like the sky, so that wouldn't work.
Well, maybe. But blue is also harder to see at a distance.
That makes sense.
Apparently. So it doesn't, you don't see it as
and far I feel like if it's far away and the sky is blue, like it wouldn't be as distinct.
Right. That makes sense. But historically it's used for emergency vehicles.
Oh,
think about
sense.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, like police cars. And ambulance. Yeah.
So
it's like red and blue.
And then I was like, why not purple? What's wrong with purple? It's rare, expensive to produce, and poor visibility.
That makes sense. Because didn't purple used to be like a rich person color? Like back in the day, it was like if you had like purple clothes, it was like because the things you have to use to dye the color purple were like
there you go
more
expensive.
Rare.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like a high class thing to be purple.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
I mean,
it did say it's rare and expensive, so that makes sense.
Like that makes sense. Where it's like, why did we pick this color? Like it's the easiest and cheapest. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
It makes sense
you need.
But I mean that makes sense. So red, why do we have red? Because red it makes us think, oh, danger.
It's like noticeable. You can see it from a far distance. Like yeah. It gets your attention.
The amber one, that makes sense because it gives us time to adjust. What are we doing? Are we going or are we stopping?
Right.
You know? And there's science behind how long that light stays yellow too. Depends on the traffic area.
Right.
So it gives you enough time to, if you're going 55, you need more time to slow down. Right. If you're going 30, okay. Yeah. Maybe not as long, so that makes sense. Anyway. Oh, and of course green. So that makes sense. We already talked about that. Green is calming. Okay. It's like go. It means to go.
Right. And you can see it better than blue.
Yeah.
Purple's expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some fun facts. Traffic signals are intentionally designed so colorblind drivers, because we talked about this. What about colorblind people? So they're intentionally designed so colorblind drivers don't need perfect color vision to drive safely. About 1 in 12 men, this is interesting, 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women have some form of red-green color blindness.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, I know men have it
1 in 12.
Yeah,
compared to 1
really
in 200.
Common. Uh-huh. It's really common in men.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Like, and I think a lot of men don't know they have it for a while. Like,
I know, but you would think you'd learn that in school.
Right?
Anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I could see maybe if it's like you're in art class. Oh, my little light died. But if you're like in art class, and then they're saying like use red, but if things are labeled, then you're like, okay. But then once they're like mixed, you would be like, what? On the paper, you wouldn't know which one is which.
Maybe learn that one that looks whatever color it looks to them.
Like
is
it might
red.
look darker or lighter.
Yeah.
Like those, because if everything looks like gray or something. Like I've seen the visuals, things almost are like a greenish gray with like that. I think it's that color blindness.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They kind of just look like a little muddy and muted, but it's like, so maybe, red would be like darker than green. Like you can't see the color, but you can see the like pigments. Yeah. I guess. I don't know.
I know.
But yeah, they're in like a specific order so that colorblind
Yes,
people
and that's the
can
whole
see.
reason. Position matters more than the
Yeah.
color. So, we don't mix up they're
Right.
all the same direction. And I did learn, like, in Austin, we have them they're either hanging down vertically
vertical
or horizontal. But in a lot of places, they're only vertical because, like, maybe they get snow a lot. And so the snow sheds off of it better instead of the ones that are horizontal. The snow and stuff will pile up on it and weigh it down or even like cover it. And I was like, oh, I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
So most are vertical. Isn't that? I was like, oh, because we don't really have that problem where I live.
I feel like most of the ones in Texas are horizontal.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about.
I know. Now we're gonna have to drive around and look and go like, huh. But ours are mostly horizontal because we don't have that. We don't have a snow problem.
I've never thought about.
But now I want to go wherever there's a lot of snow and go. Huh? Let me see.
Yeah.
Didn't even think. Who would have thought? Yeah. Anyway, what else do I have? Let me see if I have any fun facts. Well, you asked me something like, like who's in charge of, or it's like, well, who's in charge? It's like engineers that's their job to do this. And there's a manual. I have the name of it. It was some weird, like, I was like, what is that? Because they just gave me like, here it is. Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices.
Okay.
There's been like so many editions of that. They just keep improving it and stuff. But yeah. But as far as like, I think you had asked me when I was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this question." You're like, "Oh, well, what about this? Like, well, that's like colorblind people."
Well, see, because what I always wondered, or like when you were saying there used to be a police officer who was in charge of switching it to red and green. That's what I thought when I was little.
Yeah.
Like, I thought when they had like a camera at the intersection, like it's someone's job to sit at a desk and watch the intersection and like how much traffic there is. And like change it.
And it was red, back in the day.
Yellow, green.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like, oh, that's what I thought when I was little.
So back in the day when there wasn't so many cars and people. And,
right.
I mean, nobody wants to do that job.
And they probably didn't have a way to program it.
Right. So now there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now there's like.
They're programmed based on like traffic patterns. Because I know like if you go to the same intersection different times of the day, like the duration of the green or red will be different. Yeah. But it's based on traffic patterns.
Here's what I found out. There's timers or sensors. I think those are the two. Yeah. Or a hybrid system of both. Like those now. So the timers, let me find that. Pre-timed signals. So like, there's if there's pretty much a pattern of the traffic, like leaving our neighborhood, busiest times of days, they have it timed for a certain way, like kids coming into the neighborhood for school. Right. That's probably timed that way. Like get those lights going.
Like when it's pick up and drop up of school, so parents are coming.
So they run on a fixed cycles, changing the green and yellow and red at set intervals. Those are common in bigger cities like Austin and maybe in Providence. I don't know.
Providence.
There's sensors. So this is interesting. So the sensors, and I found, like there's some inductive loops, wires embedded in the pavement that detect the metal of your car.
Oh.
Now every time I come to a stoplight, I'm looking at the road to see if you could see, because you could, on some streets, see where these cables have been laid and they're underneath, and they detect your car. Like there's this whole, let's see what it says. Wires embedded in the pavement detect metal vehicles by changes in inductance. Inductive loops are buried wire coils in roads that detect vehicles by sensing changes in their electromagnetic field.
What the hell?
Yeah, and they're in the road.
And is that how they get the data to know the traffic patterns?
It could count cars. It could, it kind of lets the sensors know that there's somebody waiting, and they've been waiting and whatever. I did read motorcyclists hate them because they're so lightweight, and some of the motorcycles don't have a lot of metal so it won't detect them. And so they're like, we'll sit there for 20 minutes at one light and it's not changing. And so there's but there's
so they will affect the lights in live time.
Yeah.
Based on
Yeah. So
Wait, that's crazy.
I know. And some people like you could see like on some roads where they are because you can see. But if the roads have been repaved or something, it will have been covered. You won't be able to see the lines on it. But yeah, I looked up pictures and there's like lines on the road where you can see where these are. I don't know.
That's crazy.
And of course it's cameras. Some areas have cameras and they monitor it that way and make changes or whatever. Yeah. But I was like, oh. Or, you know, like if you're a bicyclist, you're not going to trip that thing because you don't have enough metal or whatever. Yeah.
Weird.
But that's why we do have those little, like if you're a pedestrian, we press the button and lets the thing know that, hey, we're here waiting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. That one is really interesting.
I know. Yeah. I thought that was cool too.
Now I'm going to look
magnetic
at
field. Yeah, and the vehicle's metal disrupts, triggering a signal to the controller. It's like you pull up, and you know, I was reading about it. They were like, "Oh, make sure you pull up enough so that your car is." You know, some people, I don't know. There's some people who don't want to pull up where they should at the, you know, the light, and you're like, "Why are you so far back?" Well, if they don't, if like you're behind that person who's not pulling up all the way, it's not tripping that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so you could sit
there. That's a new thing to be mad at people.
So you could just sit there forever and just wait. It's not forever. It eventually will turn. But
but
if you
won't be in a
go
hurry.
Up to the line where you're supposed to.
Like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'd like to go, please.
Hey.
That's crazy.
There is a kind of like a unspoken rule, and it's legal to do. Like if you're on a motorcycle and you're sitting at a light forever and it's not changing for you, you're allowed to cautiously proceed like as if it's a 4-way stop.
Right.
Because
that makes sense. Because you're like, guys, I got places to be.
Yeah. Like, this thing is not turning. Because sometimes I sit, you know, like if you're on there's a busy street and you're coming off of a side street that's hardly any traffic.
I feel like we're picturing the same place.
You could wait forever.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm picturing a specific spot in Austin where I've done this.
Which one are you thinking of?
Honestly, it probably doesn't exist now because it was like coming out of the Scenic Brook neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've sat at that one so long.
Yeah.
But now it's all construction.
That's exactly the one I was thinking.
Yep.
I don't think it exists anymore. There's a whole lot of construction in Austin, my friends. Yeah. Don't move here. Don't do it.
Austin. Move away like I did.
I'm about to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well those were some good deep dives.
Interesting little things. So like now we know why there's red, yellow, and green. For
real. Interesting. Okay. Mosquitos and the light system.
Random facts you didn't know you wanted to know.
It. Wow. I'm gonna have to look at pictures of the wires in the ground because that's fascinating.
Yeah. Yep. Just think, sensors in the road.
Yeah.
Your metal of your car and the whole electromagnetic field.
That's crazy.
It's like, I know you're here.
Technology's crazy.
Yeah. I know. Wow. I think that's cool that there's things like that under the road that help with that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Little coils under there.
Thanks for listening, guys. We will be back in 2 weeks. Next couple Mondays.
Yeah. I'll be quizzing my friends. So I know they're up to date on their viewing.
Yeah, quiz them. Be like, hey, so do you know what mosquitoes are good for? Do you know why we have mistletoe? Are you aware?
Yeah, why do we kiss on mistletoe? Why are the traffic lights red, yellow, and green?
Yeah, do you know?
It's really amber too. It's not yellow. Just FYI.
Yeah, is it yellow or?
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, thanks for listening, my friends. We'll be digging up some more random stuff that you never thought you'd ever want to know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to the next deep dive.
Of course, if you have suggestions, send them our way.
Yeah, we take requests. If you have something you've been wondering, like want to deep dive on, we're here. Yeah. All right.
I know. It's kind of fun.
Stay curious. How do we do this?
Almost fell out of my chair.